Hello, welcome in. Are you ready for your Bad Apple review? Today we're taking a look at the film Never Let Go. This film is rated R for some blood, a little bit of language here and there, as well as some gruesome figures, gruesome imagery that we see. Nothing over the top, nothing scarring by any means, but it did elevate it to the R rating. I, however, would say it's R light. Let's do a deep dive. We meet Halle Berry in the woods, trying to survive, trying to just make it through each day with her two sons that she has kept alive thus far in apocalyptic times where she is struggling out in this cabin alone, isolated, desolate. She's the sole adult there trying to make it through each day. She set up a system to keep everybody safe. You tie yourself off to the rope, and that rope is attached to the home, and as long as you don't let go, you will be safe, you will survive, and the evil that has caused the demise of the rest of humankind cannot get you. Her boys are played by Percy Daggs as Nolan and Anthony Jenkins as Samuel, and they do a phenomenal job. I was a little nervous going in because I did see that the boys were very young, and I didn't know from a level of acting if they would be able to hold their own next to someone that is so powerful, brings a performance every time we see her, Halle Berry. These kids don't disappoint, they bring it. As well as Halle, she does a phenomenal job. Alexandre Aja is no stranger to horror, and he does try to really engulf the audience into the dynamic of wondering what is going on here, keeping us questioning all the way to the end. And I enjoyed that dynamic of the film. So the biggest struggle, other than not being able to go outside unless you're leashed up to the rope that attaches to the house, is going to be finding food. It was a difficult winter and they are struggling to survive. They need food, they need subsistence, and they need it now. It's very rustic. They have no communication with the outside world, and they are fighting just to survive. When one of the boys, Nolan, starts to question whether or not this evil truly exists, or if they can let go, it opens the pathway for the evil and the plot to unfold. So there's some things that really fell flat for me. I won't go into details about everything just because I don't want to have any spoilers in this review. However, they didn't explore Mom, Halle Berry's character, at all. And you can see them showing that she has depth. There is things to be peeled back, layers to explore, and we just get surface level. It's even touched upon. The boys will mention things like, how about this? And what about this? And you never told me this, and you didn't explain this. And then it's just not explained to the audience goer. And you know that there's more layers to this story, but they're not exploring that. And I don't know if it's because we need to always be in this state of, is this a mental health crisis? Is this a mental issue? Is she just crazy? Or is this really apocalyptic times? What are we dealing with? Can we see what we're fighting here? What is going on? What is it? Is there this element of demonic entities in the woods, or is it some sort of evil that exists, some evil that came here? What's going on? Question mark. So it just kind of leaves us always asking this question, going back and forth, and I get that, but it just feels like it didn't know where it was going to take us. Just tried to tie everything up at the end and then packaged a movie again and said, here you go, Halle Berry's in it, come see. There's also a fun jump scare in the film. It did get me. I hate to admit that it got me, but it got me, and it was fun, and I enjoyed that. Yes, jump scares are kind of silly and ridiculous, and I don't love it when movies depend on that, but this one by far does not depend on that, and you got me. For me, this isn't a must-see in theaters. I would have been just as happy seeing it, streaming it in the comfort of my own home. That being said, if there's nothing else that you want to see and you're up for a movie, then yeah, it doesn't disappoint. It's a good watch. It just leaves you feeling slightly underwhelmed, or at least it did for me. There's a lot of holes, and I wish that they dug a little bit deeper and gave us a little bit more. I think they could have worked with the time frame of the movie to even get more information unpacked to us, the viewer, and kept it close in length. We just didn't see that here. I don't know if it was laziness or just not wanting to give that to the viewer, or wanting to spoil any of the questioning that the audience is going through, but it just makes me feel meh. All right, so are you ready for your bad apple review? This apple, although it looks delicious, superb, you want to take a bite, it just ends up falling a little flat when you do. You bite into it and the juice just isn't there. There isn't any real depth. It's just all surface layer to this apple, and you are left feeling a little underwhelmed and wondering, should I have gotten something else instead? That's your apple. What were your thoughts? Were you like me? Were you kind of on the fence? I want to hear from you. Let me know, and I'll see you back on the next one. Take care. For Let Go, Jack.